Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Clock. I'm Alex, and I have two very, very special guests with us today. They are the co-presidents of the USF chapter of AMA. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucy Foust and Ariadne Angelos.
Hello, hello.
Ariadne, you've been here before.
I have. This is my second time.
Last time you were here with our former president, Lindsay, former Big Lindsay.
Yes, and I was VP. Now I'm president, I guess. And shout out Lindsay.
Yeah, shout out Lindsay.
Shout out Lindsay.
What's changed for the both of you since, last semester?
A lot.
Within the organization.
Yeah, I mean, I just was looking over one committee and directing one committee, and now I like doing all the things. All the things, yeah.
I hunted her down.
Yeah.
I was like, I need you.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I guess.
There you go. You got to have it. You got to have good people working on the team. So one thing that we sometimes talk about when we have people in executive positions in AMA on the podcast is we talk about leadership. We're not going to talk about leadership because that's a little overdone.
Been there, done that.
We been there, done that. So instead, we're going to talk about something else that's very important to marketing. Very important to marketing. Reputation. It's important to have a good reputation if you want your customers to trust you. It's important to have a good reputation if you want, people to feel like you're a good human being or a good company. Companies are really just bigger human beings if you really think about it. It's a bunch of human beings come together. So what are some examples you guys would say of companies that you feel like are kind of more trustworthy, like they have a good reputation? And what do they do in their marketing efforts to help support that?
We recently had a speaker from Marriott, and I would say they have a great reputation. Just like being in the hospitality business, you really have to have a great reputation, and Marriott is one of those companies who does it exceptionally.
For sure.
I would say Bagoo.
Oh, yeah.
What is Bagoo?
It's like I didn't bring mine today, but it's a brand, and they make they make a bunch of stuff now. They make like bags, tents. What else do they make? They make like the little tote bags for your groceries or whatever, and it's all made of recycled material. And like they listen to their audience a lot, so like they'll make certain designs, although they'll bring those in, and I'm pretty sure they use a lot of dead stock material, so any like when they do pull out a design, it's only there for a certain time until it runs out. They're not like constantly producing that, so I think they're a really good one because like they're very environmentally friendly compared to like other bags, and their bags last a long time. I've had mine for like 3 years, I think, and it's perfect shape. Yeah, that's my favorite one.
That's so sick. Dude, one thing I've been noticing, like last episode we talked with Haram about fashion stuff, but about like sustainability and things lasting for forever. I feel like none of the clothes that you can get nowadays will last you that long. They just start like tearing and ripping, and the quality is just awful.
Yeah.
So.
And then you have to I think right now what I'm seeing is really big is like fixing your clothes, so learning how to sew, learning how to like patchwork and that kind of stuff, so your clothes do last a lot longer, and investing more money in things that are better materials, because like if you're buying like an expensive sweater and it's all polyester, that's gonna go down quick.
Yeah, if I see polyester, I'm like, bro, like I don't want to be a snob, but like,
I need to like learn how to read the tags. I don't like
I don't
I'm just
either.
like, this is cute, it's coming out with me.
No, I get that. When I thrift, I need to look more at tags because I'll buy anything that looks cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I literally need to vibe it out based on like how it feels, because sometimes when I go shopping, I'm like, okay, this is a nice feeling shirt. I could put this on my body versus, oh, well, this one isn't, there's no cotton in this. I don't feel like there's anything that can be done. But,
and I don't even know what to look for. Like, if you told me something was 100% polyester, I would be like, that sounds perfect.
Girl, you know based on how it feels, trust. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
It feels cheap and it feels messed up.
Yeah.
But speaking of messed up, so one thing I wanted to talk about was reputation especially matters in the music industry.
Taylor Swift reputation era.
We need Haley on for that if we're going to start talking about
that. She's qualified.
Okay.
She has her certification.
I don't want to pull your certification. That's
I own
my
like
bad.
10 cardigans / sweaters of hers. Don't look into that though.
Do they have like the lyrics of Cardigan like written on it?
No, they're just
that'd be kind of cool.
No, they're like based off her album. So like I have a folklore cardigan and it's like cream colored and it has little silver stars.
Ooh.
And it says folklore. It's really cute.
That does sound super cute.
It's really cute.
Oh, whoa. I'm the mic
Got a
bumper.
little too passionate.
Yeah, my bad. Really, really care about Taylor Swift. But speaking of music, Warped Tour I heard is coming back like soon.
Yeah.
And
November.
I heard that there's like a controversy with one of the artists that was doing something.
Oh, I haven't heard that one. I thought you were gonna bring up the controversy of like Warped Tour in general and how people are really hating on it. Like, I don't. Do you know what artist? Because I'm not sure. There's so many artists that are
I
controversial.
heard something about All Time Low, but don't quote me.
I mean, any freaking rock band is gonna have some controversy.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
I believe that.
Go into the controversy that you know more about.
So people really hate the idea that Warped Tour is coming back, and they have such few dates because it doesn't feel like a tour. Like before, it used to be a tour. And then a lot of people also got upset. There's two sides to this, because one side is really upset that they're doing a lot of bands that no one knows because like you're paying like I paid like what $175 for 2 days, which is not bad at all compared to most
2-day
concerts.
film or 2-day music festival.
Exactly,
That's pretty
crazy.
good. Yeah.
But a lot of artists are going to be brand new. So a lot of small bands. Like I saw for Orlando, Not Enough Space. I've seen them live before. I've been to like a show. And then the other side, people are like, no, I like that, because why do we keep pulling out like the classic emo bands and the classic punk bands every single time? And like that's not the reason for Warped Tour. Like Warped Tour originally was to bring small bands and bring attention to them and create a festival for people to like see all the bands and blah blah blah. I saw the lineup. I'm pretty happy with it. They haven't released all the artists. Like, I'm not a huge fan of any specific artist that they have released right now, but it's a bunch of cool ones. Like, I'm pretty sure they have Plain White Tees, which is, you know, they have whatever song. Hail the Sun. Who else do they have? I can pull it up, but you can continue conversating.
Yeah. I was just curious because I know like a lot of times it's like artists will get like the guilty by association sort of stigma on them, where it's like, oh well, you collaborate with this one artist who kind of said some weird things, so it's like we're not going to buy your music anymore.
I mean, yeah, I do think it's important though. Like for example, Pierce the Veil, they had a controversy with their drummer, which is the brother of the lead singer Vic, which is kind of crazy. But basically, there was a lot of allegations, and I'm pretty sure he did things. Like it was very, clear. They kicked him out. Pierce the Veil's back, and they're still doing stuff. So like I do think it's important, like if you are aligning yourself with people in your band and there's allegations or like they did do something, you know, you can't like just keep them in the band. Like that's a bad reputation for you. You know, like you're aligning yourself with people that are hurting like people in your audience and that kind of stuff. Like, you know, that's, I don't know. I didn't like that.
Yeah, and how are your fans going to trust you if like...
Exactly.
Like Jared Leto, he's 5 Seconds to Summer, right?
What? Jared Leto?
Wait, no, 30 Seconds to Mars.
Jared Leto?
30 Seconds to Mars, my bad.
5 Seconds of Summer?
I messed up
I'm
the
a
seconds.
Five Sauce fan. You can't do that to me.
I messed up the seconds. I count wrong. That's my bad.
Whoa.
But Jared Leto is a freak and a cultist.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Yeah.
He still has fans, but like it's definitely stifled.
I have never met a Jared
potential.
Leto
I've never
fan.
met a fan either, but I feel like I could
Okay.
spot him.
I feel like, yeah, they might be out there, but like...
If he has a cult, then that means that they're a cultist and there are
Yeah,
people
that
who
is
follow
true,
him.
that is
and
true.
also, like, people still like him in movies.
Yeah.
He's
You
still
know?
getting cast in like a
He's
billion
still
different
getting
things.
cast.
He's
It's
still
insane.
getting cast.
Bro, he's
Crazy.
Morbius. It's
I
morbid
know,
time.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Black Veil Brides is coming to Orlando. They're a pretty big band.
Okay.
I don't know that many other ones.
Firefest is coming back.
A lot of music festivals
Yeah.
are coming back. Like, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of stuff that like COVID killed, and then they were
Yeah.
like, wait,
Exactly.
we need this. We need this in our lives.
Warped Tour was gone for a while, and so people were like, "Let it die. Like, don't bring it back." Blah blah. blah. I don't know. I think it's fun. It's cheap. $175 to see a bunch of like bands.
Yeah, for
new
a
bands and
2-day
that kind
music
of stuff.
festival is insane.
That is
Yeah.
so good,
Yeah.
dude. I spent like what? I'm not gonna say how much I spent on MCR tickets. That's really bad. Like, think
Yeah.
about a really bad number and double it. Double that.
I almost spent like $250, $300 on
That's not-
Tyler the Creator tickets.
Oh,
yeah.
for Tyler?
Oh, yeah, I did that.
didn't,
I did
even
that.
though I really like his music, but like
Yeah.
my pockets, bro. My
Yeah.
pockets, bro.
I just sold my ticket. LOL.
I did that for Call Me If You Get Lost.
My tickets were kind of cheap for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine were $60.
Whoa.
We had
Mine was
a
75.
Okay, you
horrible
guys are like
view,
telling
but like
me,
that
like-
was good.
But I did because it was on campus, so I was like,
Oh, we were at the same concert.
yeah.
yeah, we were all at the
Yeah,
same
every,
time.
the,
Go
whole,
figure, go
the whole
figure.
school was at the same time. But
makes
I
sense,
was
yeah.
like, you know what? I'm going to buy these pit tickets and I'm going to go by
Oh,
myself.
you were in the pit.
Oh,
okay.
you were in
that
the-
makes a lot
okay.
more sense.
And I went
yeah.
by myself in the pit because
Oh,
I'm a little pit
wow.
warrior. Like, if I'm in the pit,
Okay.
I need
You're
to be in
fighting
the
people
front.
off.
Yeah,
you know?
I fight, you know.
Dude, you gotta go to
No,
a show
not
together.
really.
I
I
love
know.
being in the pit.
Yeah, so I got the tickets and they were pretty expensive, but I went by myself and it was really fun to go
Yeah.
by myself and I loved it. So, yeah.
Yeah. For MCR, I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not in pit because MCR fans right now are either really old or really funky smelling. And so I did not want to do that to myself.
Yeah, the pit was a little funky smelling.
Yeah, I did not want to do that to myself. Imagine MCR fans. Yeah. Did not want to do that to myself. So I'm like behind it, but I'm very close, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be in the middle of Gerard Way and Frank Iero. So I'm gonna be like right there.
Oh, that's good.
When they kiss. Yep.
Oh.
There you go. You got to see him kissing. That's half the cost of admission.
Exactly. That's why I spent so much money.
Yeah. I wish artists were like good at staying out of controversy and not evil.
Yeah.
It's so hard thinking that Kanye West is the greatest rapper of all time.
Yeah.
When he's doing things
that
that are bad, and he's making bad music now, so you can't even.
Yeah, he's making bad music. I'm just like, I just said that to my roommate the other day. I'm like, you like Kanye, you don't like Ye. Like ever since he like changed his name, I feel like it's just been downhill from there.
Yeah, because when did Ye started in like 2018 or something, right? I think.
I don't know exactly.
He put out an EP called Ye in 2018, so you might have started going.
But
by
I
that
think
then,
like
but...
It
was definitely when the controversy started. Though.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, he's been in controversy.
Yeah, he's been in controversy.
Yeah.
I think since he was born, but.
Yeah, I was never really a Kanye fan. I'm sorry, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Listen, all I'll say is that The College Dropout, Late Registration, and Graduation are 3 of the best hip hop albums of all time.
Yeah, they are like.
And that's before he went on stage to talk about Taylor Swift. So
that was a crazy thing, though.
BT.
Like that was a crazy
thing.
2009. That was insane, though.
That
Like why would you do that?
No, I don't think like he's okay.
No, he's not.
He hasn't been okay since he lost his mom, and also he has really bad mental illness.
Well, that was before he lost his mom.
Yeah.
But also like. You're rich.
Well, it was 2009. It was after.
You have so many resources. This is what pisses me off. It's like the rich, they like, yeah, you can crash out, whatever. We're all going to do it. But you have so many resources and privileges that like you are able to seek out help that other people can't. And so I feel like that, like you are in the spotlight for a reason.
Can I flip that on its head though?
Okay.
So while you do have a lot of resources, you do also have a lot of people who are like trying to exploit you and trying to not ruin your life, but ruin your life so they can exploit you for their own benefit. Like I know, I forget who put it out, but Kanye's been like addicted to nitrous for years.
Okay.
And it's been like exploding his brain for the past like
And that's what
decade.
happened with Michael Jackson. Like the doctor, finds Michael Jackson is like, I can give you drugs. And,
I'm sorry, I have my opinions on Michael
Jackson.
What do you think about Mike Jack?
He's a pedophile?
Yeah, I mean, there's...
No, you can't even argue
there's
that.
No, like,
there's
thoughts,
too
there's
much.
Facts.
It's just facts there. Like, you can't be so old and want to sleep with kids. I'm sorry, that's weird. Like, just sleep? I'm sorry, you can't be doing that.
He made Thriller.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Dude.
But back to Kanye.
Back to the real icon.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say something.
No,
I forgot.
go for it.
No, I forgot, so I can't go for it.
When you remember it, just yell it out.
Yeah, I will like yell it out in the middle.
It'll come back. But Kanye's been kind of insane since his mom died in 2008 from a botched surgery. He's also been just kind of.
Wait.
What?
It came back.
It came back. Go for it.
No, okay, yeah. Yeah, people preying on people's downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also, like, imagine trying to have a conversation with Kanye and be like, you need help.
He's a very egotistical person.
Yeah, so he's not gonna be like, I don't think he would ever be like, I need help.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in 2009, I think maybe after that, people were like, sir, like, I think you need to like, maybe talk to somebody. But,
yeah.
I think there's like certain cases where it's like, you can only do so much for someone, and you can't help anyone who doesn't want to be helped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I do think, especially with newer generations, like let's say Macaulay Culkin, he was going through it, that was a whole issue. But I also think being so famous was much newer at the time. So now that people have spoken out about like things that have been happening in the industry and that kind of thing, that we're more aware of it. So if you are younger and you are aware of these things, I do think you need to make the efforts into like using resources and making sure you're not putting yourself in a position like that. You know, I think Chappell Roan, I know she's been like, people have been hating on her and stuff, but she is doing a good job on her boundaries. Is she doing too good of a job sometimes? Yeah, because girl, why are you dropping out of a music festival day of?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But I do think like she's been doing a good job with like her boundaries and setting those up and making sure people don't disrespect that. Yeah, and I think that's important with Reputation right now. Like, Reputation's so big. Dude, we have a reputation, and we're in freaking college. Like, we're in
it's like, especially with everything online. Like your digital
Yes.
footprint
Oh,
is your
gosh.
It
reputation.
is impossible.
Yeah.
Like, even I feel like the thing about the internet nowadays is like even non-famous people are sort of dealing with the thing that famous people are.
Yeah,
Where
exactly.
it's like there are a billion different eyes on you at all times.
Yeah.
If a social media website decides to make you like the protagonist of the day,
Yeah.
you have a bunch of random people you've never met in your life just
Yeah.
like talking about you never having met you, just analyzing the tiny little details on your profile or whatever. It's tough and it's toxic, and it's why like with celebrities, a lot of them, especially the child actors who don't know how to deal with this because they're literally kids.
Yeah.
They get all sorts of screwed up. Like it happened to Lindsay Lohan, it happened
Yeah.
to Macaulay Culkin, it happened
But
to
luckily, they were able to make it out of it.
thankfully,
which is
yeah,
like,
because
but
they have the
that's
capital,
rough.
they have
it's
the money.
so
but
it's so hard to
Yeah.
make it out of it. I mean, you have people like Amanda Bynes, who is really,
Yeah.
you
Still
know,
kind of
still
going
in
through
it.
it.
poor thing.
It's really sad.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got my Twitter banned 3 times, so I know what that feels like.
Yeah, the hardest
Yeah.
challenge that someone can go through is
It
getting
really
their Twitter banned.
is.
Yeah.
Making a new Twitter and
Because you
having
gotta
to
find your
new
old
people.
moods,
Dude,
your old mutuals. You gotta find
I
them.
don't want to go through that again.
Yeah, I got my Twitter banned once.
I've
as
been
well.
really good on Twitter recently. Like
Yeah.
I've been really, I've been safe.
Yeah, there have been things that I'm thinking that I haven't been saying on Twitter.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's been
yeah,
saving
yeah.
me from getting banned.
Yeah,
because I think the guy who
Yeah.
owns it should not.
Have you guys downloaded Blue Sky?
What is that?
It's like the Twitter alternative.
So
I'm
yeah,
sorry, I don't go for alternatives.
Yeah.
Like the whole Threads thing.
Well, aren't you an MCR
Threads,
fan?
yeah.
Of course I am.
So you love alternative.
Okay, music, but when it comes to like making a new social media, like Threads, I didn't hop on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
What is that?
Lemonade,
That's the thing.
when
So-
TikTok was
Lemonade-
going
Lemonade?
down. Lemonade. I
That's
was
not
like,
real.
follow me on
Yes.
Lemonade. I'm like, sorry,
That's not
guys.
real.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the Chinese app, I
Xiaohongshu?
downloaded for like
Yes.
one day, and I was like, this is kind of funny. But then I deleted it. It's not the same thing
Yeah.
as TikTok. Like, I don't think you can make the original again.
Yeah, it's like the thing about Blue Sky and also Threads is that it's in essence a better platform, but there's no users. It's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
literally no one's talking. It's everyone's super sweet and super nice. So there's
Yeah.
like
It's
I
not
feel like-
Twitter.
yeah, Twitter is a cesspool of people getting angry at each other about everything.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But that's what makes it perfect because you get to see
Exactly.
some really, really funny interactions.
Like everyone on Twitter right now hates X. Everyone hates X. They hate the platform and they hate the person owning the platform. But we're all kind of stuck there, so we kind of try to make it our own thing. Like
Yeah.
we're still making it Twitter as much as possible.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's why I still am on it. I love
Twitter forever. Twitter,
Dude,
please
I
never
know.
die.
Sorry. I
Yeah.
love
huge
Twitter.
Twitter. You use Twitter?
I love Twitter. I mean, I'm a reality TV girly.
Mm.
So I
That's
have-
where you
fair.
get the updates.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got to get all the
Immediately.
updates.
Yeah, I feel like reality TV and like sports, you got to be
Yeah.
on
Oh.
Twitter for.
Yeah, it's sports as well. Yeah,
I'm on Twitter for everything else, but sure.
Which, speaking about sports, I was going to direct this towards you, talking about reputation and controversy and stuff. You saw what happened with Justin Tucker? It's old news at this point, but
yeah, I've seen that.
yeah. I'm curious, like, with a lot of sports people, it's having a good reputation as an athlete, like, and also in a different respect in terms of reputation, you look at someone like Jason Tatum, right? Mm-hmm. You look at a super, super skilled player who just gets a bunch of flack online because he doesn't have like a it factor,
Yeah.
like aura.
Or
anything. And it's crazy how like the way that people view you literally tangentially affects like how you're regarded by other players and stuff.
Yeah, and also kind of going, circling back to what we were talking about before, these people just really want to play sports. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't sign up for, I mean, I'm not talking about Tucker because that's wrong, but like
Yeah.
things like Jason Tatum, like he's not signing up for everybody to judge his aura. He's just trying, he's just trying to play basketball.
If
But
I was
I
playing
judge his aura, and I don't like Jason Tatum.
But he's the anomaly.
Okay.
Dude, if I was playing a
Bro.
sport and people started talking about my aura online, I'd cry. I would
Yeah.
cry so hard. Like that's
Yeah,
so
that's
mean.
what I was saying,
That's so
like-
mean.
Yeah. Bro,
Yeah.
but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he has aura.
He has aura. I think
He's
the
a free throw
whole-
merchant.
The
I hate
whole
him. Yeah.
OKC team has aura. Like, yeah, I think the whole team has auras. I like OKC.
I think the only team that you're ethical for liking outside of Boston,
Whoa.
and don't flame me, the only team that's ethical to like is the Lakers.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
I don't.
Because they got LeBron James, he is my sunshine. They
Your
picked up
sunshine is
Luka, and
crazy.
Luka started locking in. I was a Luka hater. I was a Luka flamer.
You were a Luca hater.
Listen,
Wow.
I thought the Mavericks won the trade. That's how much of a Luka hater I am.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that is
'cause, listen,
crazy.
Because the Lakers were losing a center, and they kind of need a center to lock in, and Luka was fat
Yeah.
and putting on more weight and
Canceled.
not able to play
Yeah,
defense.
he went to LA, got on the Ozempic, and locked.
No,
in.
Ozempic is crazy.
He got put in like the LeBron boot camp where
Yeah.
he started doing push-ups before the games.
Yeah,
like on the court.
It's a crazy.
Fire.
When before he was like shooting free throws off of people's heads.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about any of this, but someone did explain to me. I saw a tweet. Thank you, Twitter. That when all like the whole trade thing was going on, and I had like Justice called me and he was like, "This is so crazy," like blah blah blah. And I was like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" So I went on Twitter, and the first tweet I see, it's like, for anyone who doesn't understand what's happening right now, this is as if. And Dan, if any of you know Dan and Phil and Rhett and Link, this is for that. Yeah. So it's as if Dan got traded for Rhett. That's how crazy it would be. Yeah. Like it would be Lincoln, Phil, and Rhett and Dan. Or wait, no, I said that wrong.
I feel like another
Dan and Lincoln, Rhett and Phil.
Yeah. Like that's insane.
Another situation I would say is like I would say like Five Sauce.
In One Direction?
Yeah,
no, that's
One Direction.
They tour together. So
no, but I'm saying like Five Sauce's like best member goes to.
Well, best member. What does that mean to you?
I don't know.
What does that mean to
I'm
you?
Not. I'm a One.
My favorite member is Callum Hood. Though.
Okay, so Callum Hood goes to
One Direction.
One Direction.
I'm trying to think
for
of music.
Liam.
Dude, Liam can't play bass. Also, Liam's dead.
Yeah, both. Well, I mean, also One Direction's dead.
Miranda Cosgrove just got traded off of iCarly for the guy on Victorious with the hand puppet.
I loved Robbie.
I loved Robbie. I loved Robbie, but it's not an equal trade.
Like he loved the Cinder from the Lakers.
Oh,
so like he had appreciation for the Cinder from.
Anthony Davis is not a bad player.
I was going off topic. Like everyone had a crush on what's his name? Avon Jogia. What's his name?
Yeah.
Beck.
Everyone had a crush on Beck. I had a crush on him too, but I had a crush on Robbie. I can't lie. That is a hot take. I had a crush on every nerdy character in every single like show movie.
Do we want to talk about hot takes?
Okay.
Victorious is better than iCarly.
I agree. I don't think that's hot.
I got crazy for saying that.
I'm not that crazy about it. Like I'm not that crazy like opinionated on that.
My best friend, her childhood crush is Ferb from Phineas and Ferb.
Because he's a man who knows how to shut up.
He doesn't talk.
He doesn't
said
talk.
this.
And that's how he pulled Vanessa.
I watched
that's how
all
he
of Phineas and
Vanessa.
Ferb like 3 times.
Yeah.
Like I loved that show.
Yeah.
I have a lot of childhood crushes because anything I watched, I wanted to have a crush on someone. But an iconic one was Corbin Blue.
Corbin Blue,
from Jump In.
Jump
and
In.
Everything. I love
Jump
In.
Musical.
It was so
Musical,
good.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't look the same anymore.
Yeah, he does not look the same.
It's really sad. It's
really
really sad.
He lost all of his aura.
Yeah.
He did.
Just like
It was
Jason
in the
Tatum.
hair. It was in the hair. His aura was in the hair.
Yeah.
Anytime that like a black man shaves off his afro, you just see it's like an angel just died. It's like he lost his wings. But
we're not gonna have an opinion or anything on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Reputation.
Big reputation.
Big reputation.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. How's her reputation nowadays? I saw she was getting flamed at the Super Bowl. Like people were booing her.
Okay.
I think that was ridiculous. I haven't been the biggest Taylor as like someone who's not the biggest Taylor Swift fan as of late. I think that was ridiculous.
It was dumb.
It was stupid. It's like, first of all, there's so many like you just don't boo at a Super Bowl. Like I think that's crazy to boo at a football game besides like the other team. Then you can boo the other team, but a random person in the audience who is actively dating someone on the team and not dogging him or cheating him.
I'll say my perspective is Taylor Swift is representative of Kansas City, and Kansas City was getting booed when they were booing Taylor, but also some of it is tied into sexism.
No, it's misogyny. No, because she gets booed at every football game. Like she doesn't ask.
They could have booed Kansas City when they came out.
Exactly. She doesn't ask to be on the big screen. Like I'm not.
That is not her fault. Yeah,
I'm not a huge Taylor Swift defender. Like I respect everyone's opinions on her, blah blah blah, except if they're misogynistic, and this is misogynistic.
Yeah.
If she's not asked, like they showed a bunch of celebrities. They showed. I don't know, Lady Gaga, like showed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Queen.
And Paul McCartney, they showed Paul McCartney, I got excited. They showed a bunch of celebrities. And so the fact that she was the one that got booed because all these men have this hatred towards her, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know if they feel like threatened that she is bigger than Travis Kelce. I'm sorry, but she is more well known than him because, you know, music is like worldwide and NFL is usually just in America. Other people like NFL, blah, blah, whatever. But yeah, so I don't know if it's like they feel threatened, like, oh, she's bigger, like, oh, they're messing with my Travis, like, blah, blah. I don't know what that is.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's they feel, and this is what I've noticed a lot. I'm gonna try to keep this from getting too like political, but I think it's just they feel like their safe space in football is being invaded by a lady who sings, and she's girling up this nice masculine thing that that all the men like and love. So
this
it's like,
nice
boo,
masculine thing. I love
stay out of my
when
space.
men push each other around all sweaty and stuff. Wow, that's so masculine. I
Yeah,
love
Yeah,
that.
no, for sure.
That's the reason.
Like that's the reason they just want to,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like that whole Taylor hate. I also don't really care for Travis. I'm sorry, I don't
care for. I mean, I'm
Jason
a
Kelce?
football. Yeah, Jason Kelce over Travis Kelce.
I
Any day.
love Jason Kelce.
But we're
That's a
kind of
big
like
guy,
we're
yeah.
kind of in our Kelce era right here. We have our own podcast.
Oh my god,
True,
yeah, we
true.
are. Kylie has a new podcast.
Yeah, Kylie has a podcast.
Kylie Kelsey?
Yeah,
That's a
Kylie-
person?
Whoa, that's Jason Kelce's wife.
Oh, good for her. Good for her.
Canceled.
Good for her.
Canceled.
Wow,
I was unaware.
How do I know this? Yeah, you named a bunch of.
I
freaking
was
names.
unaware. That's my bad. That's my bad.
Canceled.
Yeah. But yeah, there's also I noticed with like tying it back to the thing that I said about reputation, because that's why I decided to theme this episode around. A lot of like celebrities are making their own podcasts.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm tired of it.
I'm tired.
There's too many podcasts, dude. I haven't listened to a single podcast by anyone.
Except for
you
herself.
don't want to listen to the Wizards
I've
of Waverly
listened to my
Place
own
podcast?
podcast like 3 times. I haven't listened to any podcast. It's so annoying. I don't like that. Like childhood actors are coming back out of nowhere and they're making podcasts to act all like, we're famous, everyone loves us, blah blah blah. Like stop with the podcast. Can we stop giving men podcasts and mics? Like I'm just tired of that. We shouldn't do that anymore. Like no one, like everyone just post a selfie on Instagram. Exactly. So guys, we're gonna take over.
Yeah. These are the new hosts of the podcast. They're gonna be president and they're also gonna host.
Beautiful. We do an amazing job.
Oh, for sure.
I
yeah.
completely agree. I feel like it needs to be kind of switched into a more like TV entertainment kind of setup
Okay.
where you get a pilot podcast episode and from there we can decide.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know?
Like you
Okay.
get if people like it a certain amount, then you can continue.
Like just give it a pilot.
Yeah,
We only need
okay.
1 week
Mhm.
and then we can decide
See,
from there.
I'm on the side of the worker, unfortunately, and I'm siding against art and in favor of the worker because a lot of these actors, like some of the actors are bums and
Yeah.
haven't really acted in anything outside of the one show that they were in a billion years ago that they're clinging to. Like I know big issue with that is the guy who played Draco Malfoy.
Oh, really? I didn't know
He
about
has
that.
a podcast.
I did not know that.
I don't think he has a podcast, but he's just clinging to that character for
Oh,
like
yeah,
his entire
yeah,
life since he
yeah,
got
yeah,
out
I
of
know what you
Harry
mean.
Potter. But
Yeah.
I feel like it is a good opportunity for a lot of people who have been out of work, especially because like Hollywood is super fickle.
Yeah. That's
We
true.
saw that with the actor strikes a while ago, how
Yeah.
they're fighting for being able to get paid stuff.
Yeah.
A podcast is something that they have their own like control over. It's a separate revenue stream that they can just do, and if there's fans who want to go see it, then they can start putting money in their pockets. So it's just a thing that keeps them off the street, which is
Yeah.
I can see that.
Fine.
I can see that. But I do think young men who have their weird opinions need to stop with the mics.
Yeah,
they need
stop it.
let's go to college or let's go
dude.
let's go get some life experience first. Let's go hang out with a girl for the first time.
So
Let's
girls,
go,
do they even like fart, bro?
cut that one out. Anyways, like let's go
Yeah.
get some like experience. Let's go to school. Let's get our
Yeah.
diplomas. Then you can have some opinions. Because when you're like 18, a man,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try. Dude, your frontal lobe has not developed.
Yeah.
And I feel like what you're talking about with the child actors is a small percentage of the total podcast out there.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like the whole podcast space. I was
Yeah.
talking mainly about celebrities. I think the whole podcast space is a little oversaturated for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But,
some of them
yeah.
are kind of annoying though. Like some of the celebrities who are coming back. Like, did you guys see the cast from what is that called?
Ned's Declassified.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, declassified.
yes, yes.
I'm like,
Dude,
Guys.
I forgot her name.
I don't
but
want to
she
hear
was
about how
saying-
they're getting down
Yes.
behind the scenes.
no, I don't.
You
like,
were
You're
children.
ruining my childhood.
You
They
were
were
children.
like 14 and they're
Yeah.
talking about how they were doing things behind. Dude, don't talk about that.
Yeah,
Keep
don't.
that one to yourself. Like we
Yeah.
need
It's
to have
okay.
like
Yeah, no.
private things again, please.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just need to keep things to ourselves.
Exactly.
You know? What happened to shame? What happened to privacy?
Yeah, we need to start public shaming.
Like that one scene from Game of Thrones.
I've
never watched
Yeah, I've
Game of
never
There's like a
seen-
lady with a bell who goes shame.
Shame. Yeah, I
Shame.
could do that. That could be my professional.
Shame,
job.
shame, shame.
I'm
Yeah.
in the job search right now, so
We're
I
all
think
in
I
the
could
job
be like the
search, baby
shame
girl.
woman.
We're all on the job search. Where are you guys trying to work after you graduate? Because we're all graduating, right? I'm also
Yeah.
thinking about Chicago.
Everyone's thinking about
Chicago's
Chicago.
on my list
Dude,
as well.
everyone I've spoken to is going to Chicago. Like we're gonna do a
no,
meetup
I
over
just
there.
have like a list of cities, and I'm
Yeah.
just like,
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm looking to move. I really want to move out of
me
here.
too.
Mhm. Are you guys looking at specific gigs, or is it like things that just whatever comes up?
Like anything I'm like somewhat interested in, like any marketing positions or like certain things. I'm not too picky on like what kind of agencies. I would prefer an agency.
Yeah, same.
But there's not. Those are kind of difficult to get in unless you have connections.
Yeah,
which
definitely.
networking.
yeah.
I've been pulling out my networks for this one, but yeah.
You got to spread your net. You got to make your net work. you know?
Exactly.
Work for me. Net
Yeah.
worth.
Ooh.
How about you, Lucy? What do
Net
you
work to get your net worth. Mine, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I really want to work at an agency. And that's it.
I feel you. Are you guys, so guest speaker that we had at our last GBM, the first guest speaker that we had who came in a little bit early was talking about, he got asked a question during the conversation where it was like,
Joe Huss.
yes, shout out Joe Huss. Great guy, made a great presentation.
I
But-
bought 2 of the books that you talked about.
Yeah, and I'm going to
saw
read
you
them
post
after
about
her.
those on the
I
story.
did.
Yeah.
I did. I emailed him already about it.
But yeah, he was talking about how someone asked him a question about, should you move to a city that you want to be in and then try to find opportunities, or should you try to get opportunities in a city and then move there?
That was me.
That was your question.
That
That
was
was
my
my
question.
question.
Do you agree with his response about, maybe go there and then the opportunity will find you? Or
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what he was talking about, like whatever risk you're comfortable with as
Yeah.
well. Like, so he was more comfortable with, going to a city and finding that opportunity. I don't know how comfortable I am with that. Just like,
Yeah.
maybe like when I am in the professional field and I've already had a job and maybe have some money in my savings account,
Yeah.
then I can
Yeah.
do that. But yeah, I mean, I think I like to try new things and have fun. So moving to a city and seeing how it would work out would be really interesting, but
Yeah.
not straight out of postgrad.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
'cause-
Because money is a huge thing right now.
Yeah.
But I have had a dream of like going really broke to like a city and like just trying to make it work, because those stories are just so fun. I feel like
Yeah.
I'd get so much personality from that.
you want to have the rags
So-
to riches, like perfect story.
Sure. I'm not saying I want to be rich. But
I mean,
Rags to 2-bedroom apartment. That's
rags to
pretty comfortable.
being able to buy things, that I
Yeah.
like.
Rags to buying groceries.
Exactly. Beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I really want to do that. I don't think I can do that because I will probably die.
That's fair.
But
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of probably dying, I'm going to New York next week.
dude,
Everybody's going to New York.
Everyone's going to New York. I know, like,
Everybody's
Okay.
going to
Oh
New
my
York.
God.
I'm going with some friends, and they're like, dude, it's my friends who we're friends because we mainly watch movies together, and they're like,
Nice.
bro,
Okay.
we
Film
gotta
bros.
we gotta go to the Joker stairs, and I'm like, we
Oh.
cannot go to the Joker
Film
stairs.
bros.
We will get stabbed
Oh,
because I don't know if you know where the Joker stairs are.
I don't know.
They're in the middle of the Bronx, and it's like a really shady area, and people have legitimately gotten robbed, like trying to do the thing where they go and take pictures.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you take a picture of a certain area in New York for me?
What area would you like me to take a picture of?
Some buildings. I like the buildings there.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Just let me know. Just let me know. Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Y'all got any fun trip plans aside from, obviously ICC?
I do.
Yeah, she
Do
does.
you have any?
No, I was just gonna say, shout out my mom. She was like, "Oh, I'm taking your brother to New York for spring break." I was like,
What?
What about you?
"Yeah, T4."
Shout out her mom.
Shout out your mom.
Shout out my mom.
Shout out
so
to my
mom
mom.
and my brother are going to New York for
Nice.
spring break.
That's cool.
That's huge.
Not me.
Shout out my mom. I love you, mommy. She's gonna watch this hopefully.
Yeah,
She
my
won't
mom-
understand a single word I'm saying.
Okay.
It's okay. She speaks Spanish. But anyways, I'm going to the day before my study abroad trip. I'm studying abroad for like a week for spring break. Day before, I'm going to Ireland for a day. Next day, I'm going to Paris, and then I'm spending the week. But for Ireland, I have plans. I'm trying to find the love of my life in Ireland. My mom is like super anti-relationship. Like she gets super stressed out that I'm like rushing into a relationship if I bring up anyone to her. Like she prefers me single, honestly. Like she loves that I'm single and flourishing. But for Ireland, she was like, oh my God, you're going to find the love of your life. Like we're going to move there. Like she's ready to move. Like she is so prone for this. She's using her like witchy powers. Like she's really manifesting this really hard for me. So guys, if I pull up with an brunette Irish man,
Oh,
Ooh,
those
it's gonna be
are
hard.
sparse.
no gingers.
I don't know. Sabrina Carpenter had a bad experience with an Irish man, so you might want to be careful.
Okay, but let's look at him. Exactly.
But that's like half the dudes in Ireland. If you
no.
really think, if you think
Niall
about
Horan is beautiful.
He's
Niall
also
Horan
not
is-
brunette.
and he's also like top
Niall?
1%.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not
Girl,
brunette.
he's brunette. His natural. I can pull up a natural picture of his hair. Look at his hair right now. It's brunette. He would dye it blonde for One Direction.
Okay, yeah.
I know this.
Yeah.
Barry
no,
Keoghan
that
is
is
like
true. I forgot
literally
about
like
that.
top 20% of Irishmen.
Top 20.
Top 20% of Irishmen. And Niall Horan is top 1%.
So we'll have to do
Let's be so
Niall
real.
Horan is number one.
yeah, number
Yeah.
1%.
Yeah.
And Paul Mescal.
Paul Mescal
I
has
respect it.
actually it's Paul Mescal apparently before we get canceled. I get it, but I like saying Paul
Paul
Mescal.
Mescal.
Paul Mescal.
I wasn't a huge fan of him, but after I watched Gladiator 2, he kind of sold me. I love
Wait,
Gladiator
is Paul
2.
Mescal the guy who ran away like from his dates? Like he'd go on dates with people and then they'd go on a walk together and then he'd like literally just sprint away from them?
I have no
That
idea.
actually sounds like something he would do,
He
but
would.
I like don't know.
I think it's him. It might be some other celebrity.
He's been
but-
dating. His dating history right now is kind of crazy. Like
Yeah.
Phoebe Bridgers, and then
Dang.
Gracie
Yeah.
Abrams, who was a huge fan of Phoebe Bridgers. Like he's low key
Dang.
running.
Yeah, and
through,
like they
the-
both toured with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, he's low key running to
the Eras tour.
Sabrina's
through the
next.
Eras tour
Sabrina's next.
openers.
Sabrina's
Yeah.
next.
I don't know about that one.
Biba-dooba-doo.
Biba Doobie?
Biba Doobie?
Biba-dooby.
Biba Doobie was in hot. You want to talk about?
Oh,
you want to talk about
yeah,
reputation?
recently.
You want to talk about reputation? You want to talk about aura loss? She
Biba
got-
Doobie has been. Yeah, I
I
saw
actually
those.
did hear something
for,
about this.
for those of you guys who don't have context who are watching this, so Biba Doobie is a British artist. She makes very great music. I play some of her songs on guitar. She's very good at making music. There has been some posts going around on TikTok where it's like artists who can't sing, artists who can sing, and it shows like a traditionally like super talented artist in the artist who can't sing, and then it's like a super like bass boosted operatic version of like NBA YoungBoy or some like random rapper.
Yeah.
And Biba Doobie was on the side of artists who can't sing. And NBA YoungBoy singing opera while lasers were coming out of his eyes.
Yeah.
We're on the artist who can sing side.
Which is valid.
Yeah.
Obviously a joke.
Biba Doobie responds with a 2-minute video where she's like I can't keep seeing this disrespect on my name. I get more girls than half the guys who listen to my music, and I'm not even gay. It's like I'm tired of all these men like being cringe, and I hate men, and men are the worst. And she's
Which is
just
a valid.
Love the accent.
That's a valid
yeah,
thing to say.
she's crashing out over this joke post that's also meant to like establish her as like she's
good
She's
artist.
a
Yeah,
talented,
she's
she's literally a
talented.
talented
Yeah,
artist.
yeah.
It's
The comments were crazy. I was going through the comments of that video and I was like, wow, she did lose. Like, I don't really
Yeah.
listen to Biba Doobie and everything, but for
Love
me
her
to see
music.
that on my For You page, I
Yeah.
have a pretty niche For You page right now. It's a lot of sharks. A lot of sharks, some dinosaur videos in there, some crafty videos. It's been really good. But I did see that and I was like, wow, I didn't know that was going on. She's like so unproblematic. So I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy.
as the leading member of Biba Doobie FC, it was a tough hit.
Yeah, I feel like
Well, I
that's
hope the
rough.
leader isn't a man. So I hope it's not you.
Well, she does make white.
She
makes white boyfriend music.
Yeah, like a
Let's-
lot
Yeah,
of
I was
men
trying to-
love her.
Men,
Yeah.
I like love to say, "Oh, I love Biba."
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
hey,
that's a
hey,
flex
That's
for
their
Lucy,
them.
favorite
Lucy,
thing.
you want to talk about reality TV? Did you watch the newest season of Love Island USA?
Yes.
Rob.
What's his name?
I,
Rob.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm. That's what I'm
Yeah.
calling out. I'm like,
I
he's
love
like,
Biba
I love
Doobie.
Biba Doobie. I'm like,
Oh.
okay,
Yeah.
Rob.
And-
Okay, Rob.
That sounds like you, huh?
He's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
like me for real, but get rid of the manipulation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyways,
Leo placement on about that.
it's important to carry a certain level of mystique as an artist.
Yeah.
The good way you can do that is someone like Kendrick Lamar, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just sort of like pops up, drops a song, does
Yeah.
his performances, disappears.
Yeah.
And like maintain that mystique.
Yeah, I think the best you can do is like low key be nonchalant and mysterious. Like
Yeah,
you
exactly.
don't get super like, which is probably super difficult because I love arguing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can only say so much because then you're just like getting caught into things that don't really matter. Like these things don't matter. People
Yeah,
are gonna talk crap
exactly.
about you. Like you can't do too much.
Just
about
don't get too in the weeds.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Don't
not
get
gonna
lost.
help you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get lost in the
Yeah.
sauce.
That's how you end up like Drake. I'm gonna push the red button, guys. I'm coming out of my concert with a shirt full of bullet holes.
Oh, I did see
I
that.
did say that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been that
He's
Drake
been-
fan, but I know a lot of you are Drake fans.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
canceled some of the shows.
Yeah,
on
I
the
was about
sold-out
to say
tour.
he was like, I'm out of Australia. Let me get out of here, back to Toronto, T-town. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're gonna put kangaroos on him.
I know. Like,
dude,
I think
I
he
would
was
love
there
to
for
see
too
Kangaroo
long.
Box Drake.
Kangaroos are so scary.
What was
Anytime I
that?
see a video,
You guys ever watch like Kangaroo Jack?
I've heard of it.
I
Yeah.
think I have. I'm
Yeah,
not
it was like
100%
this
sure.
kangaroo movie, and
I'm
I
pretty
loved
sure.
it when I was little.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think he was a boxer as well, as most
as
kangaroos
well.
are.
No, they're scary though.
They
like
are
when they
very
like
scary.
pull dogs into the water and drown
No,
them.
it's crazy.
That's terrifying. Yeah, you can't put like a
We,
dog.
we
think-
saw the
no,
same video.
everything-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Every single animal in Australia is 10 times
Yes.
scarier than they are.
Spiders.
really-
Spiders, huge.
Spiders.
Sharks.
Oh no, I
Wait,
like the sharks. But
no, but the
spiders-
sharks in Australia, like my best friend, when I was in elementary school, her parents are from Australia. Her mom's from Australia. So whenever we would go to the beach, she's like, "You're not allowed to go past
Oh,
your
wow.
knees." And I'm like, it's Florida.
I just really
we
like
swim in
sharks.
this way, and she's like, no, like you're not allowed to go past your knees. The sharks will get you. If
I'm
you're
a shark
past your knees.
defender.
crazy.
I think sharks.
But like they'll
are
still eat
living
you.
their life. I don't care. If I died by a shark, dude, that'd be so cool. Like really think about that.
I think your mom would be sad.
Okay, no, I know, but like out of all versions of death,
Yeah.
she died from like a heart attack. Oh, boring.
Whatever.
Sorry, Dad.
Coronary event.
Sorry, Dad. But no, I was making fun of the heart attack thing.
crazy,
Sorry, Dad, for that
Okay,
one.
okay.
You got aura. But anyways, dying from a shark attack. Whoa, that's gonna be in the news.
That
Moses
is-
died
it
from the
is
shark
gonna
attack.
be in the
But I
news.
need you guys to like really up that on Twitter.
Okay,
Like,
so-
I knew her. I
But
have
also,
videos
like-
of her.
Okay, but
What?
what if you ended up being like Soul Surfer?
Yeah.
You know?
And what is the POA with the
I'm
shark?
not swimming away. I'm sitting there. Like I'm
Oh,
not doing
you're
You're,
like,
that.
you're
okay,
letting
you
yourself
got
die
me.
to a shark.
Yeah. You're
like,
That's
you
that's an
got
aura
me.
loss. I'm sorry.
Dude,
No, I
I'm
think
not.
that's
If I
fine.
haven't,
I'm giving up.
If nobody
knows,
armless-
nobody
I'm
knows
gonna
what
get chewed on.
happened. Nobody knows what happened.
exactly. If I'm armless, dude, I'm nah. I like having two hands. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not gonna do that.
No, I'm picturing like you have like a chunk taken out of your shoulder and you just walk around with that, but you're
That'd be
still
kind of
at
sick.
full
That'd be kind of sick.
functionality.
Wait, that'd be kind of sick.
Yeah.
I might do that.
What is
Well, I'm not
the what is the POA with the sharks? Because I know you care about sharks. Like, are we finding that shark? Because that's what they did in Soul Surfer. They found the shark and they killed the shark.
What?
Yeah.
They hunted it down?
They
Okay,
hunted the shark down
dude,
and killed
no.
the shark.
Okay, you can't expect to go into an environment where like what? That's insane.
Yeah.
No, you can't expect to go into an environment that's like not your own specific environment. You know, like we aren't made to be swimming for that long or whatever. Where there's like wild animals who live there and that's their home, and then expect that you'll be okay. Like if the shark didn't hunt her down. The shark doesn't know.
But
Shark
I
thought
would
it was a
also
seal.
like to know who the shark is. Like, I would like to get.
No,
You want to
I
know their
want-
story? You want to know what led them
Yeah,
up to that
I would
event?
like
No,
to
no.
like
Yeah.
see it and be like,
if I died by a shark, I'm like if I
Leave her
like go
alone.
into the spirit world, I'm haunting everyone who's like trying to look for her. like leave her alone. She's got ops, but like leave her alone.
Leave
like,
her alone!
I'm like
Leave
I'm
Britney alone!
showing up on like some news channel. Like guys, I love her. I defend her. She's okay with me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't kill her.
this will be in future news channel.
That would
Knock
be
on
so cool though.
They do like true crime, but
That'd be
about
sick.
sharks.
Oh my
with
god!
you.
And this clip's on there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny. That's funny. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Please.
Knock
This
on
is
wood.
not wood, really.
Yes,
It's like
barely
it's wood adjacent.
I worked at Home Depot. I know. I know
okay.
about
She's
stuff.
a wood girl.
You know how to grade it? What grade is this?
No, we didn't do all that.
Okay.
I know
I
a
just
lot
made that
about
up.
paint though. Like I can tell you all the finishes, all the types of paint we have. Like paint's very expensive right now though. That's terrible. It's
Eggs, paint.
terrible economy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, terrible economy and all sorts of metrics. But speaking of finishes, we gotta start finishing up this episode.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
last little thing, I actually don't know time because our usual timekeeper is not here. But one thing that I want to finish with, just wrapping it up, bring it all full circle. What would you say is the best example of a brand or any sort of marketing campaign or anything like that that has added aura, that has improved reputation? Anything that you can point to and be like, I really mess with that.
Kind of like following Haram's fashion last week. I think Coach has really
You're
increased
right.
their
That's
aura.
true. Yeah.
Like, they used to be not that cool like after the 2000s and stuff, but like now they're coming back and their bags are like super chic and super high quality, and I love their little accessories. So I would definitely say Coach is making an aura comeback.
that's very true. I don't know.
Huge,
I can't think
huge.
of like a brand that I'm like, whoa, they gained aura again.
I think one that's sort of a Rorschach test of what someone thinks about brands in general, Duolingo. What do you think?
Duolingo is just funny. Like
Yeah.
I think
I
they
actually
did.
think they're losing aura. Like they're doing a little too much.
Right now they are kind of
'Cause
like
why is
They're
he
on, like,
dead?
a teeter's
Why
edge.
is-
there's too
yeah.
many updates right now that like you kind of have to keep updated and it's too much going on.
Yeah.
But like before this little death thing that they went through or
Yeah.
whatever, they've been bringing up the aura. Like even if you don't use Duolingo,
Yeah.
you know what's happening on their
Yeah.
marketing campaign.
Yeah.
Like that's really cool.
You know,
Yeah, I
the
think
owl's
that's-
kind of a freak.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
a little
weird.
freaky.
Yeah, you don't want to fly too close to the
Hopefully
sun.
he comes back.
Hopefully
He
he
did.
comes back.
He did.
Yeah, I'm
did?
like confused.
After 3 days, he resurrected.
He did. Jesus Christ.
Jesus lingo. Jesus lingo.
Yeah.
But, okay, well that's gonna be it for this week's episode of Off the Clock. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Always appreciate having you
Thanks
guys
for
on.
having us
Is there
on.
anything that you guys would like to plug?
Plug AMA USF. Come to our GBMs 445 at VSN 225.
Zelma's website. No, I'm just kidding. Plugging. Yeah, AMA. Come to AMA. It's super cool, super fun. Join now. Yeah.
Yeah, our general body meeting as she said, is in BSN 225 at 4:45 on Tuesdays. That is BSN 225 at 4:45 on Tuesdays. Follow our calendar. That's going to be on our website. We have a link to that in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube. Also in the description if you're watching on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And please leave us a rating or a like or a comment. Ring the notification bell so you get to see when we upload our episodes. It'll be coming out the same time every single week until the end of the semester. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.